Hi, my name is Coach Darren, and today we're going to be learning about how to properly shoot the ball in basketball.
Coach Darren Davy.
So to keep things very simple, there are 4 things that you have to keep in mind when trying to shoot a great jump shot in basketball. The first component is your feet. When you're shooting a basketball, all 10 toes have to be facing the basket. Now, if you're right-handed, you can slightly turn to the left, and that's not going to affect your jump shot that much. And likewise, if you're a lefty, you can slightly point your feet to the right, and that will not affect your jump shot but so much. So the second component that you have to pay attention to is bending your knees, right? We never want to shoot a jump shot flat-footed, as they would say, with your knees completely locked out straight. You always want to get a nice bend in your knees so that you have enough power to shoot the jump shot. Component number 3 is getting the ball into the shooting pocket. Now, you might be wondering, what is the shooting pocket? Well, for my right-handed players, that's when your right hand is behind the ball, left hand on the side, and you want to keep the ball near your right shoulder, ear area, upper chest, and you want to keep your elbow nice and tucked right by your ribs. For my lefties, it would be the exact opposite. You want your left hand behind the ball, right hand on the side. You want to keep the ball right by, I'd say, your left shoulder, left ear, upper chest area. And you want to keep your left elbow tucked right by your ribs to create a great 90-degree angle so that you can shoot the ball. And lastly, the 4th component that you have to pay attention to is actually shooting the ball. So for my right-handed players, after you have the ball in the shooting pocket, you want to rise the ball up, push through with your right hand, make sure you flick the wrist down, and get a good quality jump shot. For my left-handed players, it's the exact opposite. You want to bring the ball up and let the left hand do all the work. Push the ball through with the left hand, make sure you flick your wrist down to make the jump shot. So to go over the 4 things to keep in mind, the first thing is your feet. All 10 toes have to either be facing the basket or turn slightly left or slightly right, depending on if you're a righty or lefty. The second thing, we gotta have our knees bent because our legs is where all the power comes from when we're taking our jump shots. The third thing is keeping the ball in the shooting pocket, keeping the ball right by the shoulder, ear area, right? Nice and low, ready to shoot. And the last thing we have to pay attention to is actually pushing the ball through with our dominant hand, making sure we're flicking the wrist down to make the jump shot. As a beginner basketball player, those 4 things will quickly help you make more jump shots. If you want a more in-depth breakdown on how to actually shoot the ball, please click on this video, whose link probably somewhere up here or right here. I'm gonna really break it down so that anybody, doesn't matter if you just started playing yesterday, or maybe you are a little bit more experienced but you wanna tighten up your form. I'll also leave it in the description box below. Until next time, Coach Davy